are done with the word elimination method. Now let's move on to the word substitution method. Now, I told you that substitution method is just like you are changing one variable for the word benefit of the word other variable. And let me tell you something about these word methods. Whenever you are using method, for example now, if we are given the word questions and you use what elimination method and I use substitution method, we are going to derive at the same answers of the unknown variables. If we don't derive at the same answer, then it means that we have made mistakes in those methods that we are using. Now, if we have what? You have the m plus n equals to 4 and you have the what? M minus n equals to 2. Remember, it's not only x and y we have as unknown numbers. You also have different letters you can use. You can use P and Q, you can use Z and W and so on. Now, we have m plus n equals to 4 and we have m minus n equals to 2. We want to substitute m so that we can get n. I want to substitute n so we can get n. You can get their values. Now, first thing I'm going to do is that you are naming the equation. You have equation 1 and you also have equation 2. Now, within you can choose any equations that you want to use. So that you can be able to find look for the subject of that particular variables that you want to use. Now, let's start with equation 1. You can just write from equation 1. Now this is my equation 1. You have m plus n equals to 4, which is my equation 1. Looking at this equation 1, we want to make one variable the subject of formula. We want to find the expression of a variable. I'm using m. Can I say that from equation 1, make m the subject of formula. Now, from equation 1, we are making m this subject of formula. Now, we now have since this is your equation 1, then m is equals to 4 minus n, which will make your equation 3. You can see, but make sure that this our m is already on subject of formula. Now, after this, we're now going to substitute this expression of m in equation 2. Now, say I will substitute 4 minus n for m in equation 2. Now this is your equation 2. Then you have m minus n equals to 2. Your m is already 4 minus n. So you are substituting. That's the reason of substitution method. Now you are going to substitute this 4 minus n with this m here. So it's not 4 minus n equals to 2, because your m here is already 4 minus n. Now it's not 4 n minus n is minus 2n equals to 2. Now since you have 4 minus 2n equals to 2, you are going to collect like terms. So it's not 4 minus 2 equals to 2 n. Then you have 2n equals to 2. This is equals to this. I can say that 2 equals to 2n. It's still the same thing by me saying 2n equals to 2. Then you have over 2. These two cancel 2 here 1, 2 into here is 1. Then n is equals to 1. Now since you have gotten your n, now you have to substitute the value of n into your equation 3. Because if you look at it here, this your m here, it is it is depending on your n. Your n here is depending. Without getting your n, you can't get your n. Now that's why I will substitute the value. Since you have gotten the value, substitute the value of n in equation 3. Now your equation 3 is m equals to 4 minus n. Now m is equals to 4, n is 1, then m is equals to 3. You can see there's nothing like you are going to make sure that both coefficients are same and so on and so forth. No, just go into substitution method. Even though their coefficients are different, far different, just go on, you are going to derive at your answer peacefully. Now therefore you have what? M equals to 3 and N is equals to 1. Very simple. Look at the two questions. You can see that it entails for different coefficients. Now the first thing you are going to do is that you are going to name your what? Equation. Now for you to make it easy, look the easier in both equations, so you can easily make one variable as the subject of formula. Now if you look at these equations, equation 2 is easier than equation 1. So you can just see that what? From equation 2, I want to make B the subject of formula. Make B the subject of your formula. Now you have what? B minus 2a equals to what? Minus 4. Then B will be equals to 4 plus, that's minus 4 plus 2a. Then this is your what? Equation 3. Now since you have already gotten to what? Expression for what? For your B, you are going to substitute the expression of B in what? Equation 1. So substitute minus 4 plus 2a for B in equation 1. Now your equation 1 is 4a minus 3b equals to what? Equals to 6. So you have 4a minus 3 into bracket. Your B is equal to what? Minus 4 plus 2a. That's minus 4 plus 2a. Then you have equals to what? Equals to 6. Open your brackets. Then you have 4a. You have what? Minus 12 minus 6a equals to what? Equals to 6. Collect like terms. That's what? 4a minus 6a equals to what? 6 plus 12. Then you have minus 2a equals to 18 over minus 2 over minus 2. Minus cancel minus 2 cancel 2. Now 2 here 1, 2 in 18 is what? Is 9. Then your a is what? Equals to minus 9. Now you have what? You have gotten your a. Now since you have gotten the what? Value of a, substitute the what? Value of a in what? In equation 3. So that was substitute the value of a in equation 3. Your equation 3 is what? B equals to minus 4 plus 2a. Then you have what? B equals to minus 4 plus 2 into bracket minus 9. So you have what? B equals to what? Minus 4 minus 18. So B is equals to minus 4 minus 18 will give you minus 22. So therefore your A is equals to what? Minus 9, while your B is equals to minus 22. You can see it is what? Very simple. Let's try using the combination of what? Elimination method and what? Substitution method. Now look at this question. What we are going to do here is that we are going to what? Eliminate P for us to get the value of Q, and we are going to what? Substitute the value of Q for us to get the value of what? P. Now look at this. If you look at Q, you know, for elimination, we are going to make sure that the coefficients are what? Are the same. If you look at your Q, you understand? We are what? We want to what? Eliminate Q for us to what? Get the value of what? P. If you look at your Q, the coefficients are what? The same. Now the first thing I'm going to do is that you are going to what? Name your equation. Equation 1, equation 2, then what? Draw your line. You have your plus minus. Now if we use plus, we need eliminate Q. Let's check. Now this is what? Plus. Now minus Q, plus times plus times plus is what? Plus. Now minus Q plus Q will give us what? Is 0. So plus is the perfect sign you can use with this. Now we have what? Minus 2p plus p. It will give us what? Minus p equals to, we have what? 20 plus what? 14 will give us what? It will give us 34. So this your p will now be equals to what? Minus 34. Just make sure that this is your minus. This minus p, this minus crossover. So p is equals to what? Minus 34. Now since you have gotten the value of what? Of p, you can now say that what? Substitute the value of p in equation, you can use 2. Now if you look at your equation 2, you have your p P plus Q equals to 14, and your P is minus 34. So you have what? Minus 34 plus Q equals to what? 14. Then you have what? Q equals to what? 14 plus what? 34. Then you can answer that what? Your Q is equal to what? 48. Now therefore your P is equal to what? Minus 34, and Q is equal to what? 48. Now this is how to use their what? Combination. Just know that you understand what elimination, and you also understand substitution. It is very, very easy for you to now what? Solve simultaneous equation using their combination. And I'm going to advise you that you should know how to use substitution the most, because this substitution can solve any simultaneous equation, because there are some questions in simultaneous equation that also involves what? Linear equation and quadratic equation. Don't worry, when we are already dealing with quadratic equation, we are going to talk more on this, but just make sure that you prefer substitution method the most, and you should also know what elimination method. We also have different kind of method, like the likes of a graphical method, we have what matrix method, and so on. But what we'll be dealing with is what elimination and what substitution method. Thank you.